to Googie's Kitchen. My name's Alexis and today I want to show you how to make my delicious homemade chicken stock from my new cookbook, Gifts from Grandpa. Today I want to show you how to make my delicious homemade chicken stock. But before I do, if you are new to my channel, then hello and welcome. It's lovely to have you here. And if you like cooking videos and you want to see more like this one, then I upload every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 AM. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So today I want to show you how to make my delicious chicken stock. Now this recipe is in my new cookbook, Gifts from Grandpa, which is available to buy on Amazon, and I will link it in the description box below for you. So this book has been written in loving memory of my dad, because I think that my dad was a brilliant cook. So I wanted to write down lots of his recipes and put them in a book. So in this book are my dad's recipes, a few of mine, a couple of my nan's and one of my grandfather's as well. My dad also believed that everybody should have a home and everybody should have a place to go to, so £1 from the sale of each book will go to the homeless charity Crisis. Now onto my chicken stock recipe, and this recipe is really simple and really easy to do. I know I say that in every video, but I promise you it is really simple. I use a slow cooker to cook my chicken stock. You don't have to have a slow cooker, but I find this the best and easiest way to make chicken stock. So I thought I'd share my recipe with you today. So here is how to make my homemade chicken stock. So the first thing I've done is I've chopped up some vegetables for the bottom of the slow cooker. So I've got some leeks, some celery, some carrot, some tomatoes, garlic, and I've got 2 bay leaves, and all I'm simply going to do is put these ingredients into the bottom of the slow cooker, and they will hopefully cook away nicely. And then I have 1 large chicken carcass, and I've done a roast chicken recipe for this channel, so I will link that in the description box below if you want to see that. So I cooked the chicken and I kept the bones, and now all I'm going to do is put this into the slow cooker as well. So I'm just going to put that in, and then I've got to add 6 to 8 peppercorns as well. So I've got 2, 4, 6. I'm going to do 8 today. And then the last thing I need to do is I'm going to add 4 litres of water to this as well. Now, depending on how big your slow cooker is depending on how much water you're going to need to fill it. I found that 4 litres is a good amount, and it makes a good amount of stock as well. So I'm just going to fill this up until it's full. Okay, it's made 3 litres, so that's fine. So I've put 3 litres of stock in there. It may be that the vegetables have taken up a lot of space, that's why I could only fit 3 litres. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on overnight for about 8 hours, and in the morning I'll come down and I'll switch it off at the wall, and then I'll leave it to cool, and I'll show you what I'm going to do next after that. So I've switched the slow cooker off, and I'm just going to leave it to cool by lifting the lid now. So I've left this to cool for a good few hours now, and what I'm going to do is I have a jug with a colander in it, and I'm going to pour the liquid into the jug, but I'm also going to pick up things like the carcass as well as I go. So I'm just going to start to put this into the jug now, and I like to do this over the sink as well, because I often find that I sometimes get a few spills, so I like to do it here. And then once I've put all of the liquid into the jugs, what I'm going to do is put the carcass back into the pot, And then I'm going to add another 3 litres of water and cook it again, because you can actually cook a chicken carcass twice. So I'm going to repeat the process that I did, but you don't need any new vegetables. I don't bother with new vegetables or anything like that. I just put everything back in and recook it again. So I'm going to continue now and put these into the jugs. I'm now going to leave these to sit and cool further, and I'm going to put this back into, well, this is a messy job today. I'm going to put this back into the slow cooker and cook it again now. So what I've done is I've scraped some of the fat off the top of the chicken stock. The fat is alright, but I prefer it without fat, to be honest with you. So I always leave it to cool and let the fat come to the top, and then I scrape it off. And now all I'm going to do is pour the stock into some Tupperware boxes. And I find this the easiest way to store it now. In my book, I think I've said to use Yorkshire pudding tins or big muffin tins, and then you can pop them out and put them into a freezer bag. But actually I find this a better method now. So yeah, so I'm just going to keep pouring this into these boxes, and then what I do is I leave a space in my freezer for chicken stock, and I put the chicken stock in that space, and then I've got one of these for when I need it for a meal. So I just pull it out as and when I need it, and this normally makes is enough for like a meal for 4 people. So yeah, so that's how you make my delicious homemade stock, and I'm off to use this in some soups and some stews now, but I will link the recipe in the description box below for you, and I'll also link the book in the description box below too. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. Do you like making your own stock? I'd love to know, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.